All right, so I'm going to walk you through how we're going to clean this glass. Oftentimes these will have hinges on the inside of the glass so that you can open the window from inside and reach the glass without worrying about the metal frame being there. But in this case, you'd have to remove 6 screws, 3 on each side, and that's a little bit cumbersome. We want to clean the glass, but we don't want to spend an hour replacing everything, and then sometimes the screws get rusty and don't come out very well. So in order to avoid that, I'll show you what we do. First step, we're just going to want to spray a little bit of soapy water in there, and then you can use anything you'd like in order to actually scrub it. I'm using this pad. You can purchase them most big box stores like Lowe's and Home Depot, but a walnut pad or quad zero steel wool, if it's really grimy, would be your best option, or a white scrubbing pad. Anything more abrasive than that, you're likely going to scratch the glass, or it's at least possible to do that. So in order to avoid scratches, this is typically one of the best ways to go. You can also just use any old sponge you'd use for your dishes, and that will work just fine as well. And so what you see me doing, I'm able to use, because it's flat, it fits behind those doors, and I can just move it around and scrub however I need. And I'm not going to be able to squeegee this, so you'll see what we do to get it clean once we scrub it up. But the main thing that we worry about right now, just make sure you agitate all the debris, all the dust, all the buildup, and knock it loose with that soapy water and the scrubbing pad. I've also used, in a pinch, microfiber rags or towels. So anything you can just to loosen the debris. That's the main object of this step. Loosen the debris so that ultimately you're going to be able to rinse it clean. Now in this case, I'm using the brush for my water-fed pole, and the main thing you need is the purified water. If you can just get a squirt bottle or spray bottle and put purified water, distilled water is ideal, or deionized water, but in a pinch, if all you could get was bottled water, purified bottled water, you'd be able to use that as well. That gets all the particles, all the debris that might be in the water, whether it's chlorine, fluoride, calcium, anything that comes in the tap water. You get that filtered out, and then it'll rinse spot-free, kind of like a spot-free car wash. Now it's pretty imperative that you start rinsing it off before it has time to dry. Otherwise you're gonna have to scrub again to knock the soap loose. So it's ideal to do it when there's not as much sunlight, and do it while you're in the shade, and hopefully not too hot outside so you don't have to break a sweat. As you can see, starting to sparkle already. My main thing, just to rinse all that soapy scum with the purified water. And again, I'm using the brush for my water-fed pole with purified water. But you could do the same thing with just a spray bottle or even a water bottle. Just dump it down there to rinse it. It'll probably take about a gallon to a gallon and a half to rinse the whole thing appropriately. You could, if you've masterfully excelled at cleaning glass, you might be able to do it with about 16 ounces, but the more the merrier. Extra rinsing is only going to make it better. And there we go. Clean window.